Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 15551. It's the Tier 8 French SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Mines and it's under the command of Dr. Dip. Now, we've got a 155mm howitzer, capable of 750 alpha, penetrating 45mm of armour. And, well, it has got a burst radius of 8 meters, so it's actually quite deadly. And it's one of the fastest Artys in the ground. In the game. Okay, battle started. Now, reload time 25.31 seconds. We're not using premium consumables, but that would speed it up a bit more. And you can see that Dr. Dip is headed over to Nigel's spot in C1 to get shots on the enemy. Now, it appears that they've got two tanks up into the castle grounds already. And we're at the edge of the map. And Dr. Dip is now aiming for targets on the south slope. And he's got a couple of targets to look at straight away. But he's getting a red line on some of those tanks, so he can't shoot at those because there's some obstruction in the way. But this 53 TP, he can definitely hit that. He's dialed in, rounds out. Direct hit! 262 hit points, a nice long stun. He's used his first aid kit, so he can't use that again for a while. In the meantime, we've got some targets over by the castle near the centre rock. And yes, we can get shots on them. We've got a green line at last. Just waiting for the reload to go in. That T-34 is going to pull back. He's been hit. Waiting for them to come back. And rounds out. Direct hit again. 321 hit points. Long stun. He might pick up some stun assist off this. We've got T-54 Mob 1 poking around the corner. But Dr. Dip's ignoring that for the moment. He's going to go for these tanks on the south slope. Some of them are quite heavy, so he'll obviously earn a lot of XP. He's loaded. Now, Pantera, I think, is the next target. Rounds out. Direct hit on him. 379. Each of these tanks is taking a pounding from Dr. Dip's gun. It's certainly going to make them think twice. Oh no, we're in the wrong position. And T-34's gone up to take a shot. Our guys have pulled back a bit. Now that 53T's been engaging, but okay, now we've got some tanks over the far side. And there's a EBR in the castle grounds as well as a Black Dog, an M4190, otherwise known as the Girlfriend. And, well, they're taking shots on our guys, popping up every now and again. Now, lining up on the Girlfriend. Round out, and a direct hit on him as well. 323 hit points. He's used his first aid kit straight away to get rid of the stun, so he can keep his reloads going. Every shot he's fired so far, he's got a hit. Every shot. It's really having an effect on the enemy because they're losing hit points and they're being stunned, which will slow down their fire rate. He's ready for that T-34. Rounds out. And he just killed a T-69. So he was actually aiming for the T-34 and he wiped out a tank he couldn't see. The T-69 was in the path of the shell. He took the brunt of it, not the T-34. So yet another hit on the enemy. We've lost sight of the T-34. Now that Black Dog, and there's the T-54 Mob 1. We're loaded. Can we get a shot on him? Oh, we've got a red line, but he can just about make it. Rounds out. Direct hit. 268. Another one. He's certainly hammering the enemy. He's up to 1.5k of damage so far. And that's not including the damage to the T-69 when he wiped him out. Because that didn't record because the T-69 was unspotted at the time. Well, he's almost ready to shoot again. And he might be able to get that T-34 with another direct hit. Rounds out. Another direct hit. 238. He's not missing any shots so far. The enemy is taking a real pounding. We've got a T-69 guarding us on the middle island. On the lighthouse island. But there's an Udez getting close. So Dr. Dip's going to have to take precautions just in case. He might have to start moving rather rapidly. Our team's 2 tanks down. He's fired at the... Oh, he's killed the T-34. Another blind shot kill. He trusted that the T-34 just pulled back a little, and he had. And now he's going after this 53 TP who's only got 77 hit points left. And if he can get him, then he'll take him out as well. 6 seconds to go. 5. The 53 TP's down. There's the P44. He's low on health as well. This could be a kill shot if he can get the aim right. Unfortunately, he's in cover there, so he was in the shadow of a rock and we couldn't get the shot on target. The Black Dog's low on health as well. We're now 1 tank up on the enemy. There's the other T-54, well, the T-54 Mark 1 he hit before. He's dialing in on his position. It's a very difficult shot because he's very close to that wall, but he fires anyway. And he's hit the wall, but he's stunned the T-54. So that's the first shot that didn't get a direct hit, but it certainly did stun the T-54, and he's taking damage now because one of our tanks, the Super Pershing's, just made it inside the castle grounds, and so has a VK100-01P. And I don't think that T-54 is going to last very long. He's lost a lot of health now. He's a one-shot, 29 hit points left. We're looking over to the northeast corner. There's a T-25 pilot. He's making an almost suicide run now into our cap area. He's up against the edge of the rock there, but that's not going to protect him from an Arty shell. One's out, and that's a kill shot. And that's Dr. Dip's 3rd kill of the day. 3rd. 2 blind kills and now an open kill that he saw and dealt with. Well, there's not many enemies left. There's only 4. 2 of them are on the island just south of where he is, and that's stripped. Well, one of them's just died. There's now a Mao breaker on the island. Now, he dare not pull out at this moment because if he did, the Mao breaker would see him and shoot at him straight away. But he's burned his attention to a T-28 guarding the enemy cap. Now, we've got eyes up in the castle grounds looking down on the enemy. They've pulled away from the cliff edge. Oh, and we just lost our Carnarvon to that T-28. He's changed position. There he is. And he's relatively healthy. So Dr. Dip's going to adjust that. Take some of that health away from him. Lining him up. Rounds out. This looks good. Oh, it went long. RNG said, no, you're not getting that shot. And it went long. It was right on target. He had it exactly perfect. But RNG was just saying, I'm not having that one. But we're almost loaded, ready to go again. This time round, he should succeed. It's going for the front of the vehicle. Rounds out. Direct hit, 204. Hit the heavy armor at the front, but it stunned him. And that's going to slow him down. The T-28's a notoriously slow tank anyway. Or tank destroyer, rather. But if you hit it repeatedly with HE, it will go down. Loaded. Rounds out again. Another direct hit. He only got a critical hit out of that one, though. Not any actual damage. He's just stunned it and damaged its tracks, I think. Maybe knocked out a crewman, I don't know, but if he keeps punishing the T-28 like that, he's going to pick up some stun assists. Okay, lining him up. Round out again. And yet another hit. And this time, it was a near miss. 79 hit points from a splash. And he is picking up stun assists now. And, okay, we switched to battle assistant view. Okay, almost ready to shoot again. This could be a kill shot. Rounds out. Direct hit. It wasn't a kill shot this time round, but almost certainly it will be next time. 74 hit points from that strike. And you can see the mark where it actually hit him on the side at the front. The little yellow mark, that's where the shell impacted. If you've ever seen HE hits on a real tank, you see it covers it in spots. Round out. And another direct hit, but it didn't kill him. It didn't. He's still surviving. He's hanging on in there. And now he's dead. Yeah, the kill goes to the Indian Panzer. And there's only one enemy remaining, and that is an Arty. It happens to be, I think, is that a SU-14 too? Well, we saw the tracer from him. We're firing a round in, and it hits the front of the building. Now we're just checking. Oh, it's an FV207. Right, now we know which one it is. He's hiding behind that building. And he's probably going to find a new spot to hide in. Probably pull back to that ruined building behind. But from that spot, he's actually fairly safe. But we can still put rounds in there. And I think the VK is going to go in there and finish him off. This will probably stun him. Well, just do a bit more destruction to the building. You can see where our last shell impacted on the front of that house. You can see it's a 2.4 second flight time from where we are to that target. It's been a very effective round from shots from... oh, the VK goes down, but we know where the FV is now. The round goes in and... oh, it landed behind. He didn't account for the movement. Now, the FV207, it's got a 6-inch gun. And it might be a good idea now for Dr. Dip to move where he is, from where he is, and go towards the enemy. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's using the P for propelled in SPG, and he's getting closer to the enemy. He might have to shotgun that target at close range. Well, all What Arty Noobs members know how to do this because they see enough of our videos and they know that their fellow members know how to get shots on the enemy. Oh, that's not a spot that I would have gone to myself. Never gone up there before, but I think it was possible to go up there in previous versions of the client. Okay, we're dialing in on the FV and the Indian Panzer's nearby. We're going to hit him up first, get a solid hit into him, and then he's going to get hammered by the Indian Panzer. Well, that's a big hit. 311. The Indian Panzer can pop round the corner now, play peek-a-boom, and take him out. He's stunned. He probably won't be ready, but I think he's actually giving Dr. Dip the chance to get the kill. He knows that Dr. Dip can do it. Here we go. Rounds out. This for kill shot. Yes! And wins the game. Lovely one. And the Indian Panzer ticks affirmative. Yes, I think he was happy because it saved him losing any more hit points in that game. Wow, let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. It's an ace tanker for Dr. Dip in the Lorraine 155 mm 51. In fact, that's his first ace tanker in this vehicle. It's got the scrolls underneath. That indicates it's the first time. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16. And a Gore's medal because he did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle in that battle. And his win rate for the game was 5326, which is super Unicum standard. So very well done indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, just look at that. He's actually just behind the AMX AC48. He got 3257. Dr. Dip got 3252. 5 hit points separated him from the top score on that game. But the AMX AC48 didn't pick up the high caliber. So maybe there was another reason why he didn't get that. Maybe it's not 20% of the enemy hit pool in total. But it's still very, very good. So close to getting the high caliber level. When it comes to kills though, he's right at the top of his team, 4 kills, but the highest scorer was in fact the FV207. He got 5 kills in total during that game, so he must have been a good player, Sandris. When it came to base XP though, he was Dr. Dip was in second place, 1077. The high scorer again was that AMX AC48. He got 1214. Now I suspect that that was an ace tanker for him as well. If we look at detail, we can see Dr. Dip fired 21 rounds. He got 15 direct hits. No penetrations though, but 16 splash. Damage of 3,252 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 104 hit points and stun assist of 739 hit points off 13 stuns. On a free play account, he earned 29,223 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he took away 5,703 credits. He got 5 bonds for getting the Gore's medal, and also earned 1077 base XP times 4 for the first victory, and he had a personal reserve bonus of 50% running, so he took away 4,846 experience points altogether. So a lovely game there by Dr. Dip, and this took place actually just today, or just this evening, and I'm just recording it, well, within a few hours of it coming up. I thought, well, we need to put that one up, because what it actually demonstrates is that not only do Arty players move, as Dr. Dip did, but he actually also fought most of that battle from Nigel's spot, which is a spot that I discovered about 3 years ago, and I passed that information on to other What Arty Noobs members, and boy have they used it to good effect. We've seen some battles where the enemy has just literally been decimated by shells coming in from that little corner of the map, which have hit them in the side and taken them out of the game. And you saw Dr. Dip took out 2 tanks, with blind shots on that south approach to the hill. And I've ammo racked tanks on that side, and it's so effective, that little spot. So I'm glad that Dr. Dip sent this in. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you get advised when we put up a new video. We get videos like this all the time. We get loads of videos sent to us, and we try to do as many of them as we can, because we want all those people to have their moment in the sun on YouTube. And it'd be a shame if you missed some of the really good battles that come our way. Thanks for watching.